You're alive. Don't make me look bad. Let me get my clothes back on. We were in the shower, in the bath. So this is Teddy. And Teddy is a dog I've been grooming, I think this is my 4th time now. The very first time, it was very different. He's still a little jumpy, a little nervous, a little skittish, but now we've built rapport. I've groomed him several times now, and let me see if I can raise this up a little bit. No? Okay. 1 second. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to. Hey, what's up, Raquel? How are you? Oh, let me fix my hair now that I know Raquel's here. There we go. Shoot, I didn't care before. Now that Raquel's here, gotta impress. Anyways, Raquel, you would not imagine, you would not believe me if I told you. The thing is, his owner was saying maybe we can, stream the Groom live earlier when he was here helping me. He has to take a phone call, which is actually why I told him I'll stream the Groom live. But Teddy's owner is usually here with me to help me because he's just a really nervous dog, just really anxious, and that's what causes him to react and bite. You, Raquel, this is not the right account for that. Anyways, the point is, each and every time I groom him, he gets better and better. The first time, it really was a challenge. He was biting, because he felt the need to protect himself, right? He was scared. So now, look at him. Oh, isn't he so adorable? So, let me see here. So far what I've done is I cleaned out all his mats and tangles, but I saw one more here in his shoulder area while I was drying him. So I'm just gonna comb this out real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and start his haircut. With Teddy here, they like to keep him looking like a teddy bear because his name is Teddy, all right? But they like him nice and shorter than he is now, but definitely not shaved and not too short. They like to keep a soft, fluffy teddy bear look on him. And there we go. Isn't he so beautiful? Holy cow. Even his toothbrushing. I brushed his teeth earlier. He did so good. He let me brush the back of his teeth, his back teeth and everything. Before, he would have snarled at me. He would have growled and bit. And he did a couple times. But actually for the toothbrushing, he didn't want me around his face at all. But once he tasted the toothpaste, because I used chicken flavor, the poultry made for dogs, and I told him, it's a treat, buddy, you want a treat? And he usually accepted it. So he always did pretty good for his toothbrushing. But this time, there was none of that initial jumpiness, when I'm approaching his teeth with the toothbrush, and I come at him like this. I don't know why that would make him nervous when I come at him with my toothbrush like that, but anyways, I'm kidding. But he did so good today, oh my goodness. Even for the drying, he doesn't really like his head being blown dry. He doesn't like anything really around his head, but I'm not gonna say he did great and just sat there, but he really did a lot better. And I was able to get his head dry today without too much of an issue. Okay, so I'm just combing out. Right now in January, no matter how well the owners comb their dogs out or maintain it, you're gonna get a lot of this because with the changing in sunlight around this time of year, they go ahead and, they go through a coat change as well. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with O comb, which is yellow comb if you use the color comb attachments, or if you don't, then it's the 5/8 of an inch comb guard. And that's what we're gonna use on his body. And then we're gonna do his legs a little bit longer so that it helps him look balanced. Because if I use the same length on the legs that I do on the body, it's gonna make the legs look a little skinny. It's gonna make him look like he's on stick legs, like chicken legs, like a flamingo or something. So we want him to have nice sturdy legs, right? So make him nice and fluffy. So the legs we're gonna do with the longer comb. If you're using the color combs, it's gonna be the green. If you're using the letters and numbers, it's gonna be the C comb. And if you're using the measurements, it is 7/8 of an inch or 22 millimeters. I didn't actually have to double check, but as a scientist, the scientist nature in me, I just wanted to double check to be sure before I said, I'm kidding, I'm horrible with numbers. I didn't know, I had to double check. Alrighty. Oh, Raquel says he's so cute. Yeah, thank you. I've been working on myself, Raquel. I've been working on this. Anyways, that was stupid. I'm sorry, guys. You're getting desperate when you start stealing compliments that were meant for the dog. That's called desperation. I've hit a low point. Anyways, hey, my favorite dog dad is here. He's actually not my favorite dog dad. He's actually probably one of my worst, one of the dog dads I hate the most. But it's David T, guys. If you guys want to dox him, it's David T. So, funny story about David T. So, if you guys, David, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have told me this story because I love it. I think it's hilarious. Okay, so I called David T yesterday, right, to let him know some very unfortunate news. A mutual friend of ours. I thought Raquel was calling me cute, not you. There we go. Shoot. If anybody's reached a lower point than me, it's David. Anyways, I called David yesterday, and he told me about Go Groomer, Amy's 50,000 subscriber party on YouTube. I was like, oh wow, yes, Anyways, he asked if I was there, and I told him, no, of course I wasn't there. Shoot, I'm June the Groomer. I'm a little bit, my level. So anyway, it was under my radar, Anyways, no, I'm kidding. I've been working 7 days a week, guys. Cut me a break. Anyways, I wanted to be there. So, David was telling me about, okay, first of all, we're doing a grooming demo, guys. Try to stay on topic, okay? I'm gonna start right here, right where the shoulder blades are, and work with the grain. I'm gonna go in the direction I want the hair to lay. So anyways, I called David yesterday, and he tells me about Amy, Go Groomer's YouTube party for her 50K subscriber celebration. And he tells me how he almost won a Prima bathing system. And here's what happened. Here's what happened. Okay, so David won one of my tub leashes. Oh wow! Okay, so he tells me that he almost won the Prima bathing system, and he had his phone, he had it ready, and as soon as the question came out, he says, okay Google, look up Prima bathing systems, and Google thought he said princess bathing scenes. So Google sends him down a rabbit hole of princess bathing scenes. He's like, no, Google! And he couldn't recover in time. By the time he could recover, somebody already answered the question. So he was like, man, Google Translate costed me a Prima bathing system. I was like, yes! I don't think I've ever felt so happy in my entire life to hear about somebody this close to winning something. And man, that made my day. Anyways. Oh, man. Okay, so let's see. Raquel says, I feel like I can get Miles' teeth cleaner with the finger. Nice. As long as you're using something, right? David says, OMG, I'm leaving. Brenda, you're both. Oh, thank you. Raquel, hi, David, Amy, and I have been trying to contact you. Oh, man, I'm sorry. OMG, I forgot to email you guys my info. When is this guy done talking? David won one of my tub leashes. Nice. At least he won something, right? He didn't go empty-handed. Oh man, you're gonna tell the world what really happened? I just thought that was hilarious. It's like, okay, Google, look up Prima bathing systems, and he starts getting scenes of princess in bathtubs. Holy cow, that was amazing. I was actually feeling pretty down yesterday, pretty sad. But man, nothing like hearing about David uh, falling, falling short of the mark, you know? Man, just brought me right up, cheered me right up. Anyways, so appreciate that, David. I'm kidding. You know what? People have pointed out to me these days recently, my daughters included, that I have a pretty dark sense of humor, and I want to apologize. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't know why I find some of the stuff funny that I find funny when I know that it's inappropriate, you know? Oh man. Sometimes I'll laugh at something just because it's just a knee-jerk reaction, you know? I'll just laugh at something, just bust out cracking up, and then my daughters will be like, "Dad, that's horrible." And I'll be like, "Oh my God, yeah." I'll be like, "Girls, that's terrible. You should not laugh at that." So, anyways, but I am joking. Not really though. I really was like, yes! Oh man. My misfortune makes many people feel good about themselves. I'll take credit for it. Amy is upset with me because I didn't try to win. Aww. That's because you're too nice, Raquel. You wanted other people to win. Alright. But I want other people to lose because I'm noble. You know what I'm saying? Because they say that we learn so much more in failure than we do in success. You know, you learn much more from your defeats. You grow much more from your defeats than your victories. Which is why I wish for everyone else to lose so that I can win. Because I've already done enough growing. See, I'm so noble. I wish that growth for you. So, okay guys, this dog was not like this before. Like, he's perfect. And this is only my 4th time grooming him. And his owner could even tell you, he was not like this before. I think it's because he knows he's on camera. I think it's because he knows the world's watching him. So, that would be my tip of the day, I guess. If you have a really nervous, aggressive dog that's biting you, just turn on your camera and let them know they're on YouTube. Let them know you're streaming them live. Everybody's gonna see how bad they are. And then you get a dog that's like, no. I'm kidding. What it is that each and every time I come, I know he's scared, and I know that's why he's behaving the way he's behaving. I don't take it personal. You know, I know he's just trying to communicate with me, communicate his fears. And like I said before, with the video with the aggressive Yorkie, we need to be the rock for their fears to crash on. We don't react or retaliate. We accept it, we absorb it, and we show him nothing bad's gonna happen to him. I'm here for you, you know? And because I did that every single time, and even though he turns and bites me, I don't react or retaliate. And I show him every time I'm here to help him. Now, you know, I still don't have 100% trust, which is why I still use this, because I still feel like if the first opportunity he gets, he's gonna try to jet out the door, you know, which is a lot how all my relationships go. I'm always hanging on. Anyways, but yeah. So seriously, guys, grooming is so much more than just getting the haircut done. Grooming is the bond. It's about the relationship, and that's why with a dog that's, you know, so scared and so behaves so badly, with a little understanding and patience, we can get a dog that behaves like this, a changed dog. When we change, the dog can change for us. We need to change how we approach the groom. Okay, yeah, Raquel says, I'm playing with you, David. That's hilarious. Can't always count on Google. David says, yeah, you should have tried answering too. She called you out for slacking. Oh, man. Yeah, I wish I was there. But the thing is, it's a good thing I wasn't, because nobody would have had a chance. You know what I'm saying? I would have mopped the floor with all you guys. So it's a good thing I didn't attend that party, because I would have cleaned house. You know what I'm saying? Left with all the prizes, then everybody would hate me, you know? So I did it for you. Because again, I'm so noble. I would want you guys to have that hard lesson that the feet. I was beat by June the groomer, one of the most horrible people in the world. Oh man, and then rub it in. For some reason, I thought Amy's last question was going to be, what was the name of the breed 2020 Westminster? So I pre-looked that up. Hey June, can't wait to see the result. Oh, nice. I never miss, Rob. I only hit 9s and 10s. So, I mean, not much of a... I'm kidding. Watch this go horribly wrong. Okay. There we go. See, I'm just following the angles, the natural angles. So if you look up what a dog's skeleton structure looks like, just follow the angle, the direction of the bones. That's what we're really doing. We're highlighting the natural angles of the skeletal structure of the dog. And that way, they will look pretty much like statuesque. You know, they look like a beautiful statue when they stand. Everything looks proportionate and balanced. Everything looks like it's blending into the other part. You know, nothing stands out to you, you know? Every body part. The legs blend into the shoulders, into the chest, you know, into the ribs. Everything blends in, works together in unison, in harmony, like a symphony, you know? It's getting all the parts of the orchestra to work together in harmony so that you have a beautiful art piece. You know, that's what grooming is. Grooming is a work of art because grooming is love in action. It's telling the dog you care about them. It's showing them. There we go. The way I get this part here, because it's hard to reach, I'll come this way, is I lift it up a little bit and I go down like this. And then I kind of skim through the other way, just to clean it up. There we go. That's what I do with this side. Okay. Looking pretty good, right? So it doesn't have to look perfectly smooth. You can have some clipper lines, and it can look a little bit choppy because we are going to go through with the scissors and scissor everything smooth. Make sure we clean up all those lines. But it does save some time, so you don't have to scissor so much when you can get a pretty even cut all over. And that's what the clippers are for, really, because before we had electricity, everything was done by hand. Now that we have electricity and technology, this is really just meant to save time, get all the hair pretty much the same length very quickly. And then, if you want a nice looking dog, then you go through with the scissors and you start to sculpt them with your hands. I'm going reverse right here in the chest to get the hair just a little shorter right here. There we go. That way it presents a cleaner, tidier look when you look at the dog, see? Nice and tight and clean here. Same thing with the back. The reason why I go reverse on the back end, just right here, is to make sure he has a nice tight profile, I guess. Nice and clean and tight. I'm so proud of myself. My goodness, when I said nice and round and tight, I did not say the next thing that came to my mind. I'm growing, guys. This is called growth, you know? Shoot. All right. I was talking with a friend of mine last night, and she was telling me, she was like, why would you say something like that in front of your daughters or something, right? And I told her, my response to my friend, my groomer friend, was, What makes you think I ever plan anything I say? I usually just say something. I'm like, oh no. uh, Raquel, I told her she needs to stop doing the true and false questions. Yeah, I'm sure some people just pre-type true or false, hit send right away. Yep. And there was a talking about the other. Okay, talking about someone else's channel and their live feed literally during my live feed on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the level of disrespect I have to deal with. You know, never in my life did I think I would work so hard to reach this level. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this game and I'm on it. And now I have people coming on my channel talking about someone else's channel and someone else's live feed during my live feed. Shauna. Hey, what's up, Shauna from the Muttley crew? See, did you notice how I just fixed my hair as soon as I said Shauna's name? OMG, I made it. I've missed you, June. Been worried. I'm good, Shauna. No need to worry about me. I've just been busy. Working 7 days a week. Alrighty. Says, you're awesome. Don't trip. Yeah, right. What does this? Hey. He looks hurt now. Well, and trust me, if I did trip, I'm turning 40 next week. I feel it. If I tripped, I'm not sure if I could get back up. And you guys might have to, you might have to call the cops, like call 911 for me. If I do fall, I'm not going to be able to get back up. All right. I feel that way at night. When I sit down, oh my God, when I finally sit down at night, I'm like, oh no, that was a mistake. If I have anything else I needed to do before I sat down, it's not getting done. You know, I'm like, oh man, I need to take out the trash. You know, it's like, all right, next week we'll just double up. No, but seriously, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling it these days. As soon as I sit down at night, I'm like, I'm done. You know, shoot, nothing else is gonna get done today. All right. There we go. So the legs, again, was with the C-comb, 22 millimeters, 7/8 of an inch, locked in right there. Just came right off the bone. Anyways, okay. There we go. Good boy, Teddy. He's doing so good. Oh my goodness. I'm sure there are people who are going to think that I'm making it up, that he was always this sweet, and I'm really not. I mean, and I actually sent this link to this live stream to the owner. So the owner of this dog, if I'm lying, can totally come on here and say, no, this guy's just doing this for clout. You know, this guy's full of shit. My dog was always this nice. You know, he can totally do that. You know, like, why would I lie? This is a changed dog in just 4 visits. This is my 4th. Yeah. You know why? Because I usually score on the 3rd day. I couldn't help it. The joke was right there. I couldn't help it, guys. I'm sorry. And also, I don't have any scientific proof, but I'm sure it's helping, right? I had this necklace that my mom bought me, and it's a friend of hers made it. In this little jar, that tiny little jar there, there's lavender, essential oil. I can smell it. I'm sure the dog can smell it. And lavender helps calm the dogs, right? Dogs are all about scent. And so I don't have any scientific proof, but I'm sure it's helping. Nice. So you're starting to you get to see a little bit of jumpiness. It is his front legs. Earlier when I was combing and I was trimming his front legs, his front nails, even he was a little jumpy. He gets very nervous when you mess with his front legs, his front feet, and with his head. There we go. There we go. See, so now you can see how it is shorter, but it's proportionate to the body, right? So the body looks like that, and his legs, he still looks like he has sturdy legs. He has some substance to them, right? They don't look like they're just little stick legs. All right. Now, oops. You know what? Okay, let me show you a little trick, because yeah, you can scissor all of this, which is what I was going to do, just like if I was working on a Bichon, scissor the head. But I'll show you a little trick. Now, again, I don't encourage using shortcuts. I kind of tell people you want the challenge, you want things to be difficult because that's where all the reward is, right? It just hits differently when you know you worked hard for something and you earned it and it was difficult. It just hits differently. It's so much more rewarding than if you go the easy route, right? But there are some situations where you may want to speed up a little bit, time, whatever the reason is. It's good to have some shortcuts in your pocket so it's there when you need it. It's better to know a shortcut and not use it than need to know a shortcut but not know how. So here we go. Little shortcut on the head. Now, you want to at least go 2 sizes longer. So because the body I did with the O comb, with this, which is 5/8 of an inch, it goes from O, A, C. So this is a C, 2 sizes up, right? Because this is much longer, at least double the size of the body, right? Which is why the legs are longer. We can go with the head with this, and I'll show you how. On the top, I'm going to go reverse, I'm going to go forward. On the bottom, I'm going to go backwards. And that way the muzzle is going to be a little longer than the head. Here's how it goes. We start right here at the back of the neck where I started clicking. I'm going to start right back there. Okay? And then you just go forward and skim it. Okay? Just like that. Now, you don't have all this blending and scissoring to do, because doing this with the longer blade backwards, now look at this. It's already blended for us. See that? It's all blended. So now, with this longer comb attachment, we just go forward like that. And then let me get out of the camera angle here. Okay. And then go back, clean it up. Now I would not do this with Bichon hair. You're going to mess up the Bichon head. But you can do this with this Maltese kind of wavy hair. This is a shortcut it'll work for Shih Tzus, it'll work for Havanese, it'll work for Pitons. It'll work for pretty much every breed that has this type of hair. Maltipoos, Doodles. See that? Doesn't it look nice now? I have so much less scissoring to do now. Now I'm going to flip the ear up, and then, oh, good thing, forgot I plugged that ear. There we go. I had a little cotton ball in the ear to help quiet the sound of the dryer. See that? So I'm going to go with the grain here. And a little bit aggressive grain here, but right here, just with the grain. And that'll set my line for me, right there. Same thing on this other side. Flip the ear up. Oh, you can't see, okay. Alrighty, try not to break his tripod here. I'm using my client's tripod. It is badass. Watch me break it. Because, it's a dominance move. You know what I'm saying? Establish my dominance. It's an alpha move thing. Break somebody's equipment after they kindly let you borrow it. Bam, establish your alpha dominance. Anyways, not to give you life tips or life hacks or anything, this is grooming channel. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now look at his head, right? So now I cut out all of that scissoring I needed to do. Definitely easy way. Definitely a shortcut, right? Rather than all that time combing up and scissoring, right? Boom, it's already done for me. The length is set, now I just gotta shape it. So there you go. I'm not proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not proud of myself right just now for taking that shortcut. I'm not. But I'll live with it. I tell myself it was for the sake of research. It was for the sake of helping out my YouTube audience. That's why I took the shortcut. That's why I took the easy way out. Oh man, that's what I'm gonna write in my journal. Okay. Wow, everyone's still here. Crazy. Let's see here. All that cocaine I did that. Why did I say that? Okay, let's see. I hear let me drop a tear so you're not crying alone. You're so funny, Shelby. Thank you, Shelby. I'm actually an idiot, but Kristen says, you show more care in a groom than I've seen nurses give to patients. Wow, thank you, Kristen. I speak offline to get out corporate world, be mobile dog groomer. I like to speak offline. Okay. Pulled up at our lunch, cool you live. Oh, nice, Shelby. Kristen, I agree with you. He has inspired me. Wow, thank you guys. David says Atlanta needs better garbage men. If June if June took the trash out, then how's he streaming right now and not know life? Because David, when you meditate as much as I have, when you reach the level of enlightenment I have, you're everywhere at once. I'm actually somewhere else right now, grooming a dog right now as we speak, and taking out the trash. I'm also doing somebody's dirty laundry. I'm everywhere, baby. Shelby says, my favorite groomer ever. Oh, thank you. Do you ever scissor legs? That's how. Yes, I'll scissor them right now, actually. Let's see, great idea. That was a one right. Okay. Let's see. I can talk him in his chat, but okay. Rob says that took way too long for that punchline, David. Shoot, wrap it up. Rob says would have liked to see him the first groom. Yeah, that's what the owner and I said. Oh, we really should have recorded the first one just to show people the progression. Let's see. Haha, we'll see what comes back with. He probably would come back at me. Okay, he has pocket of pre-written jokes at me. I do actually. I rehearse them. Sometimes I'm afraid. I'm like I like kind of was overexcited in the delivery because I practiced it so hard. The dog is doing great. Yeah, right. Okay. Kristen says anytime. Oh, nice. Okay, so enough of that. Because I actually have another dog to groom later. Okay, but it's okay. Like I said, when you reach my level, none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? So, I better stop joking around like that. People might think I'm serious. Okay, so let me put this in my pocket here. Here we go. Oh, 1 second, let me just. Man, sorry about that, guys. I was really trying to avoid one of my nose, because everything going around. But if you've been following my channel for a while, I've been streaming since what? When did I start? 2002? Right? No, 2012? Yeah, 2012. Anyways, so almost 9 years now? If you go back and watch, I've always had sinus issues and everything. I mean, I promise, I don't have, anyways. So, okay. Oh man, these days you can never be too careful. And sometimes I have to sneeze. And I'm just like, oh man, it's so crazy. Anyways, okay. So here's where I like to start. I always like to start at the head just in case the owner comes in and then the dog moves around and everything, at least the head's done, right? So David says, "Don't worry, nobody take you serious. We can't, we can't while you still look that funny." Oh man. So here we go. Best thing to do is just ignore. You know what I'm saying? Just don't even give them the response. Don't even give them the dignity of a response. You know what I'm saying? Just because he looks good, you know what I'm saying? Just because David's a good-looking guy over here making fun of other people's, looks and everything. Shoot, so superficial like that. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Hate it when good-looking guys like that talk bad about guys that aren't that good-looking. You know? Shoot. You know? It's like she obviously hit a sore spot. Okay. There we go. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he had such a bad attitude, that David guy. Shoot. If I was that good looking, I would never have a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying, Teddy? People like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like if Brad Pitt walked around with a bad attitude. You know, you'd be like, come on, buddy. You're Brad Pitt. You're good looking. You don't need to be all upset. You know what I'm saying? So then why is my favorite dog dad always so freaking upset? Anyways. Okay, so this is fun. Shoot, talking trash while grooming. Okay, so what I did, I'm sorry about that. Sitting there, so committed to the joke, I forgot we had people actually here for grooming. Okay, so what I did was like that. See that angle? So like almost like you're drawing a triangle, the two sides of a triangle. So I did like that on that side, that on that side. And now we have a nice little triangle shape, a little fan right between the eyes. And you can see the eyes. Now I'm gonna switch to the curved shears, the little 7-inch. Because I like the short shears, I like the short shanks. You know what I'm saying? Nobody needs all that long shank compensating for something. You know, the short shanks are fine. They work better than long shanks actually. They're harder, more control. Anyways. What is the guy talking about? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. We comb it all forward. You hold the scissors like this, right? 45-degree angle. There we go. Look at that. Like a freaking pro, man. Like a champ. Look how good he's behaving for this. This is crazy. Wow. The thing is, I've been doing this for 11 years now, and I am still fascinated by this. I mean, it's like intellectually, I get it, I know, and I've seen it happen with other dogs, you know, but still, it never becomes any less special. Seriously, I never get over this. This is so rewarding to me because there's no way you could have bought this from this dog. He has too much integrity. You can't bribe him. The only way I've gotten him to cooperate with me like this is I earned it, you know? Shoot. Okay. That's why I love working with Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature will not put up with any bullshit. It will not put up with any, gimmicks or anything. You have to be honest and be willing to put your time and energy into it. You gotta be willing to put in the time and energy, the sweat that nature requires. And then you get the reward. Anyways, let's see. Rob Kent, that's what she said. Exactly. Who, my mom? No, I'm just kidding. You two will never stop disrupting class. It's what keeps people coming to class, Raquel. Not really. See, that's David in his own little world. So narcissistic, you know? He thinks everything is about him. Everybody's there to see him. I guess that comes with when being a good-looking guy. You know what I'm saying? Good thing I was not cursed with good looks like David. Shoot, it turned him into an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So, man, good thing I'm nice and humble and a nice guy. Okay. So now we just comb everything back, make sure everything is nice and shaped, right? There we go. You just want to imagine a nice round little circle, and then all the hairs that stick out of that circle, you snip off. All right, there we go. All the little hairs that stick out of that circle. There we go. And now I like to do the ears next. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, and why do I like to do the ears next? Because I'm a motherfucking renegade. No, I was kidding. Wow, I've been waiting to say that line since the 90s when I first heard that song. Holy cow, you have no idea how refreshing it is to say something that you've been holding on to for like 20 years. Oh man, finally got a chance. Because I'm a motherfucking renegade. Anyways, okay, so I'm sorry. People here, to the people that live here, are going to hear me. And I'm going to totally lose my job. So I hope it was worth it for you guys. Anyways. Oh man. No, was that the 90s or was that the early 2000s when it came out? Anyways. Okay. So the reason why I do the ears next is just because it makes sense to me. You know, I've got in between the eyes, I've got the top of the head, and so now, oh, I see a little. There we go. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, so now we do this ear, and what I'm trying to do is get the ear level with the head. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Get them to look this way. See that? So the ear is kind of rounded with the head. Almost like a Bichon. Okay, so then, there we go. Now I'm going to have to get his head straight up and level so I can see where the line is. There we go. And then I'm going to flip the shears around the other way so I can come through this way at this angle. And then flip it back the normal way. Go back across. So whichever way you want the curve to be, that's the direction you want to hold the curved scissors, you know? There we go. There we go. Now you have a nice rounded ear level with the chin. Alrighty, speaking of the chin, there we go. Speaking of the chin, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to round out that muzzle. So I like to comb this all forward. Like that. There we go. There we go. And so now you can see a little bit of choppiness right here, right? A little bit of choppiness. So here's what I do. Oh, I'm sorry, I have the blenders in my pocket. There we go. Alrighty. It was actually over there, but as soon as I thought of it, bam, it materialized. I manifested it into my pocket. So anyways, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter about the groom. You don't have to manifest things right out of your pocket like I do, like a magician. You can walk over and get the shears out of the case. You know what I'm saying? Don't be lazy. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and just smooth everything out. Blend everything in. Like I said, so that nothing sticks out. Nothing pops out of nowhere. Everything looks like it's meant to fit together. You know, like a beautiful work of art. There you go. Nice. I'm telling you, he did not like anybody touching his face. This is amazing. I mean, believe it or not. There we go. So there we go. Now for his legs and his feet, and then we're done. And at this point, when I start the haircut, his nails are already filed, his ears are already clean, everything is done. So once I finish the legs and the feet and shape everything in, he's done. So what I like to do is, again, get my short shanks, right? If you guys think you like long shanks, try out the short shank, try it. Okay, no, seriously though, I talked to a scissor manufacturer, a guy that actually makes shears, and he said that the short shanks are better because, in his opinion, because there's less surface area, so there's more control with every cut all over. They tend to stay sharper longer, and he's saying there's more control. You have more control with the shears because they are shorter, and it's less strain on your hand because the longer shears they are a little heavier, So, just try the short shanks if you haven't. Okay. Alrighty. Give the short shanks a try. Okay. On behalf of all the short shank wielders out there. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm so loud. People have told me that too. Like, dude, you're so loud. Like, I know, man. I'm sorry. Okay. So again, remember I told you he's really sensitive for his front feet. So what I like to do is just hold one up. If not, that's okay. You just work with them. There we go. Good boy. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to come around this way. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, he's like stiffening up. Just relax, buddy. There we go. There we go. Good boy. Clean that up a little bit. There we go. Now what I like to do is just lift it up real quick, just to clean up the bottom of the feet. He might freak out because, like I said, his front feet are kind of a sensitive area for him. There we go. Good boy. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I was, the groomer friend I was talking with last night, she brought up something really interesting. Man, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to steal her thunder because she might talk about it on her Instagram. So, but I'll just kind of tease at it. We were talking about how perspective is so important, learning to change our perspective, and how that by changing our perspective, even though nothing changes, everything can actually change. Our whole experience can change just by changing our perspective. Because she's reading the Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and I love that book. It's been a while since I listened to it, but anyways, she was telling a story about one of my favorite stories actually, about how he was sitting in a subway, and this man was there with his children. His children was making a big ruckus, and he was looking at this man like how inconsiderate, how rude, his children are making a big, big chaos in here, But turns out his wife had just passed away, and he was just in shock, trying to process the news. And he was saying maybe my kids are in shock as well. And he said that his whole perspective changed. He realized that this man was not being rude and inconsiderate. He was just in shock, and he just suffered a really big loss. And so she was telling me, like, a dog that she was grooming, she originally groomed it and he was fine. And then the second time she groomed him, the owner told her that the dog was a little aggressive with the other groomers. And so her perspective, the way she looked at the dog changed, and she started to feel like a little more cautious around him. And the second groom, he started biting her. And she said that he wasn't like that the first time, and he was literally going for blood. He was trying to draw blood. And she was saying that it made her really nervous. And so when she groomed him for the third time, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she said that she told herself she's going to change her perspective, the way she sees him. And she was saying that the very first time she groomed him, she saw him as just a little sweet, scared dog, and that's what he was, and she had no problem. The second time, she saw him as a dog that could bite her, and so that's what she got. And she was saying that this third time, she told herself she's gonna see him as a sweet dog, and that she's gonna help him. And she said that he didn't even curl a lip this last time, because the way she approached him, because the way she changed the way she saw that dog. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, it really is about not needing the dog to change, but requiring ourselves to change the way we see and approach the dog, and then the dog changes. And I see a little hair sticking out right there. There we go. Okay. So we're coming. Oh yeah, that's right. People are here for grooming. That's right. Okay. So I totally messed up what was going on the other side. I'll talk you through what I'm doing on this side. So I'm combing all the hair through, because even now, after all the combing before the bath, all the dead hair we got out in the bath, and all the hair that blew out during the drying, and also the hair that I combed out after it was dry, I'm still getting more dead hair. See that? Because it's that time of year. So comb it all out. Now, let me see if I can get him to, there we go. So now I'm gonna lay the shears flat, right? I'm gonna turn them like that, so the curve is facing up, and I'm gonna lay it flat, and I'm gonna trace the foot. Trace that round foot like that. See that? And then he can hop, he can do whatever he wants. He has a few impressive moves. I'll give him that. But my kung fu is too strong. You see what I'm saying? My kung grooming is my kung fu, and it just has become too strong. And so it doesn't really matter what moves he comes up with or what kind of style he presents to me. You know what I'm saying? Your Wing Chun is no match for my kung fu. That's all I'm saying. See, he knows it. He's not even trying to protest. He's already faced me 3 times before. Came up short. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart dude. He's a smart guy. He knows not to challenge me. Anyways. Okay, so now that I got that, see? When you lift the foot up and you comb everything down, you start to see hairs that stick out. So get all that, get it all even. There we go. There we go. This morning, my daughter told me, as I was leaving, she was like saying, my daughters, they're so awesome. They love me no matter what. But my older daughter, she really does try to help me out. And she was telling me, like, Dad, what if people say, like, that June guy, he's a really great groomer and all, but his personality is kind of weird. Like, he kind of sucks. His personality kind of sucks. I started cracking up, and I told her, well, honestly, I would rather have people say that about me. Like, yeah, that June guy, he's a great groomer and all, but he's an asshole, or he's weird, His personality sucks. I would rather have that than somebody say, that June guy, man, he has such a great personality, but his grooming kind of sucks. And then my daughter Ava goes, yeah, that's true. And I told her, think about Gordon Ramsay. Nobody hires him because they think he's such a sweet guy. It's because he's such an amazing chef. So, but again, not that it's okay to be, And I feel like, it is important to embrace who you are. If you are a weirdo and you're socially awkward, just embrace it, Okay. There we go. So, same thing. I'm gonna curve the shear, lay it flat like that. And actually, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, 45-degree angle to create a little bevel. Like that. See that? There we go. And I know this foot right here doesn't look that round. There's a little bit of like some choppiness to it. But that's okay, because we're going to soften that up with the thinning shears. So, here we go. And the importance of not the importance, but the reason why I like to flip my shears in is when I'm holding the dog or handling them, see, it's always tucked in. There's never a risk of accidentally poking them. And then when I need the shears, I just flip it right back out. Oof, that was not good. Flip it in, and you can either flip it back out that way, or you can flip it back out the front, just depending on where you are. So here, I would probably flip it back out this way and work like that, But if I was here and I had it flipped, I'd probably flip it back out this way, right? So anyways, I don't know. But I do like the scissor flip technique that human barbers actually use, is where I got it from. Actually, Janine, she went to human cosmetology school. She was a cosmetologist for humans before, human hair. But anyway, she was the one that told me that they do in the hairstylist industry, they call this palming the shears, right there. Oh, why is it doing that? It's because it's a little. There we go. Let's tighten it on up. There we go. And I have a video showing exactly how you do it. If you want to, it's called how to do the scissor flip, or the scissor flip technique, I think I called it, the video. But basically, you're just stopping with your pinky. So you put your pinky right there. With your index finger, you're going to push it up. It's going to slide and catch right there. And then when you need it again, you just let it go. You can flip back this way. Or you flip it, and then you just flip it back. See? Anyways, and then if you get fast at it, it looks pretty badass. Okay. There we go. Almost done, Teddy. See, you can see I did the same thing with every leg, every foot. Comb it down, lay the shears flat, round it out, trace the foot, and then lift the foot back up, and then comb everything back down, and then clean up the bottom. Good boy. There we go. Good boy. Alrighty. And there we go. Okay, let me just blend that in a little bit better. And here, we can use our thinners to blend that so the cheeks don't look so choppy and full. See that? So the blenders are kind of like the groomer's erasers, you know? When you want to erase some of the clipper lines or the little choppiness, you go use the thinners, the thinning shears here, to kind of erase those marks. There we go. There we go. OMG. Mwah, mwah. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe you let me get that close. Watch me get bit. Okay. So now, what I like to do is use my blending shears to go through and take care of any kind of clipper lines or any kind of hair that kind of sticks out, makes it look a little messy, like there. See that? Clean that up. So you know, so that it's visually pleasing, aesthetically pleasing. You know, when people look at the dog, you know, to make it look like everything is just nice and tidy. You know, there's no choppiness or unevenness. There we go. Clean that up a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Nice. See that? So now you can see how it transitions nicely and blends nicely. Look at that. Oh, gee. Will you look at it? Just look at that. That's good. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. There we go. Nice. So all of that choppiness, making it nice and smooth so nothing sticks out. The eye is not drawn to any specific spot that doesn't, you know, that looks like it shouldn't be there, you know. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. And then when we get to the tail, you want to lift the tail and you want to lick it. You want to just lick right there real quick. You know. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I thought I was on my OF account. Okay, that's not funny. Why did I laugh at that? Okay. Alright. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Okay, so once and I love these blending shears, and also be careful with the blending shears because they actually cut, you know. With the thinners, you can use them like erasers. For example, check this out. With thinners here, you can kind of go in here kind of aggressively like that, and it's not really going to show, right? But with this, even little cuts is really going to show. So you have to really control that. You don't want to bounce this in and out because it's going to show. It's not very forgiving. But if you do control it, then you can get really nice outline set in because it just helps grip the little tips of hairs that stick out, and you can cut just that. There we go. Just the little tips that are sticking out of the silhouette. That's a good word, a silhouette. So imagine a silhouette. you know, a nice little outline of the dog. And all the little hairs that stick out of that silhouette, you want to trim off. Now you can use your thinners, but it will take a little longer. You can use your blenders, but you got to be a little more careful. You can use your regular shears. You can use straight shears or curved shears. You can use your teeth. It really doesn't matter how you take the hair off, as long as you have a controlled way to take the hair off. There we go. And it looks smooth. There we go. Now again, I like to round the feet with the thinners at the very end. And I'll show you why. There we go. So the reason why I like to go through with the feet and soften them up with the thinning shears is because none of your business. That's why. Shoot, don't be asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Bother me. Okay, why did I find that funny? Again, that's not funny, that's horrible, that's bad behavior. Don't laugh at things like that, guys. Okay, so things like you want to grab your thinners and just go through like this. And watch what it does. It just makes it nice and soft and round and tight. And you know what I think about round and tight. There we go. But I did check on this live feed before I started it that it is not, it's you know, not meant for kids. I did check that box, so I did my part. You know what I'm saying? You guys do your part. Keep your kids off this stream. You know, you don't want your kids coming at your dogs with scissors like this, anyways. You know, what are you thinking? So, if you don't appreciate my inappropriate jokes, first of all, I'm sorry. Let me apologize for the person that I've become, the person that I am. I'm working on it. Oh, shoot. There we go. There we go. All right. Doesn't that look nice? Nice and soft. Look at that. Nice. Okay, so then do the same thing with the back feet. And again, with your thinners, you can bounce them. You can bounce them, you can do whatever, because your thinners are very forgiving. You're not going to see cut lines or anything. Which is why I like going through with the thinners to soften up these feet, because you can kind of bounce in and out and grab those hairs and kind of go in and layer them, kind of. There you go. Kind of layer them down. It makes a nice little round shape. See that? Especially, and I'll show you, like this foot here, it's kind of choppy. It doesn't look great. This foot right here, look at that. It's kind of choppy, right? Now check this out. Let me just go ahead and take this off so that you can see better. All right. You know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a chance. Watch him leap off the table. Okay. All right, I'm gonna trust you, buddy. Don't make me regret this. Okay, so, oh man, don't ruin my career. Jump off the table. Okay, see how choppy this foot looks? Well, I'm not sure if you can see, but there we go. So I can just go through, just kind of go in and out, and layer those hairs. There we go, and kind of trim away those little sticky outies. Those little spots where the hair sticks out. There we go. All right. There we go. And there we go. Now that foot is nice and round. Can you see it? Yeah, his toes stick out a little bit. You can see his toes stick out a little bit, but it's fine. All right. Let me tone this down a little bit. here sticking out a little bit. Get everything nice and level and smooth. There we go. That way everything looks balanced and symmetrical. That's actually the mantra of the grooming industry. For the groomer, the groomer's mantra is balance and symmetry. You want everything to look balanced and symmetrical. Whatever you do on one side, you want it to match the other side. There we go. And there we go. Oh, sorry, was my head in the way? Was my head in the way right there? It was. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, put my big dome in the way. My big noggin. Where I stored all my incredible, wise information. Okay, so... just showing you guys the control center, you know. Okay. Oh, man. He feels amazing. Oh, wow. You did so good, Teddy. Alright. Now, he's never taken a treat from me before. You know, because dogs usually, when they're nervous and they just want to get away from you, you know, they're usually not going to take a treat, especially during grooming situations. I've rarely had nervous dogs that I'm grooming take a treat, but there are treats here. I'm just gonna see if he takes one from me. There we go. Just wanna make sure, get all these tangles and knots that are still here, crazy enough. Okay. No, buddy, don't jump. Don't do it. Okay. Oh, nice. I'm glad I saw that. There we go. Nice. Okay. There we go. Good boy, buddy. Teddy, you are such a good boy. I'm so proud of you. We've come a long way, haven't we? My goodness, I'm proud of you. Okay. Can you believe this? A dog that was snarling at me, showing me his teeth, wanted nothing to do with me. And look how well he's behaving for me now. Amazing. Because grooming, when done right, grooming is a bonding activity. If you look at nature, look at how any animal in nature treats grooming. When they're grooming each other, they're bonding. It's very intimate. So of course, after 4 sessions, you know what I'm saying? Next time, Teddy, you can forget the condom. I don't care. The joke was there for me. I took it because I'm weak. Anyways, he's done. I mean, what more do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me let him down. Before he jumps. Okay. There you go, buddy. Good boy. As soon as he gets on the ground, he acts like he doesn't know me. Let me go ahead and get this off of here. Oh, shoot. All right, so we can see him in action. All right, buddy. Oh, get my away. Poor man's shoes. Oh, you look so nice. Okay, I'm just gonna see if he takes a treat from me. Okay, it's a Merrick Little Plates. Nice. Okay. Oh wow. Shauna says, "Oh yes, I totally agree, Jim. I think you're my spirit animal." Or I'm the nice. The dog is so cute. Precious Paul's family. The dog is so cute. He's smiling. He wants to be. Oh, the thing is, after he's done, he turns into this like skittish dog again. I think it's just his personality. You have a great personality. No wonder the dog is nice and calm. Oh, thank you, brown-eyed girl. Um, my favorite dog, the Swana June is my copyright infringement. Amy would never risk copywriter just to be cool, and then YouTube would ban her. But she cares about her community. I guess you don't care about this one singing like that. Anyways, look at that shortcut he pulled out of his pocket. Exactly. What size shear are you using? It was a 7-inch shear. Raquel, whatever answer he gives you, you'll have to adjust by 2 less inches. Oh, he wants to leave. Hold on 1 second. First, I just want to see if he'll take the treat. Come here, buddy. Teddy, here you go, buddy. See, he acts all skittish again. Here you go. Teddy. Here you go, buddy. Oh, man. Okay, here. What if I leave it right there? Will you take it? I didn't poison it. Here, he doesn't even trust. No? Here you go, Teddy. See, isn't that crazy? So this dog here, who's all skittish like this, won't even let me near him. You just saw me do a nice haircut on him. At least while he was on the table, I had him in my control. He trusted me enough to let me do it. Oh, at least he sniffed me. Where did that treat go? Here it is. Here you go, buddy. Treat. No? Treat. Okay. Well, can't win them all. Okay, buddy. Here you go. So happy to get... Man. Story of my life. That's how all my relationships go. Oh, man. I use an 8-inch shear. I wish I would have got shorter. I feel like I would have more control. Exactly. The shorter shanks are I prefer. Yeah, I use a 7 straight, 7.5 curved. I have a 6-inch curve with the swivel thumb, full control, and awesome to do faces on your breeds. Nice. Okay, 6-inch curve. Get any shorter, you'll be in the Asian class. Raquel says, okay, I've seen enough of your short shank. Nice. I like to see that video because your demonstrations are horrible. Myra says, speak your mind. Chadi says, I have a question about the standard poodle. At what rate does its hair grow? How hard is it to maintain the fluffy teddy bear style? I'm asking these questions because there are none in my area. Well, I have a couple poodles that I do, and the teddy bear, they look like doodles, but really it's just a poodle without the poodle shaped face. And they're all different. I mean, it really depends on their diet, their lifestyle, genetics, breeding. A lot of factors play into that. You could have 2 litter mates that have 2 completely different coats with different life cycles. So Raquel says, OMG, June. Myra, I have a 2-year-old Malchi-Poo, and he hates being groomed. Any suggestions? You just got to keep doing it and be patient. Don't expect your dog to change. Change your expectations of your dog. Brittany says, the dog feels how calm and loving you are. I wish I had your magic touch so I could turn my Yorkie without getting... you gotta change your perspective. You gotta change the way you're approaching things and the way you're seeing things. Change your perspective. Raquel says, he looks great. Gotta run. Stay sexy. Thank you, Raquel. I'll try. Actually, I don't need to. I don't have to try too hard. Unlike David here, David has to try very hard. You know what I'm saying? He has to make an extra effort. David says he needs big head for information since he's old and uses encyclopedia while the rest of the world just uses smartphone. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to use a smartphone. It's the easy way out. I read. You know what I'm saying? You know how difficult it is to read through an encyclopedia? You don't, David, because you never read an entire book in your entire life. Unless it was rated X, right? Anyways, I'm kidding. I love you, David, but only on Fridays. Okay, see you guys. I gotta get going.